We get asked very commonly about compactable bases and dusts and aggregates used under a pavement, and how do you use it and what do you do with it and which product to choose. So this is just a quick story about that. When you're going to lay a pavement, particularly if it's a driveway rather than a pathway, you have to have a solid base. So if you're going to lay pavers or stone, sandstone for example, and it's going to take a vehicle, you need to have a minimum of 150 mil, 6 inches in the old money, of compacted base. Now in this case we're talking about road base. Now there are recycled versions of all the products I'm going to talk about here, but this is not a recycled product. You can see this here is a mixture of fine material, mid-size aggregates and larger aggregates. It's around about a 20 mil minus, what they call a 20 mil minus product. It has, it's a bit fatty, which means it's sticky. So the idea of this product, and it's slightly damp at the moment, is you put it down, you have some moisture in it, and then you compact it with a roller or a whacker plate, vibrating plate or something. It will compact and lose about 20% by volume. So if you put it 100 mil deep loose and you compact it, the compacted depth will be about 75 mil. So you need to take that into account when you're sorting out quantities. That goes down almost like concrete, compacts hard. Once it goes off, and people will stabilise it with cement, so you can put up to 2 or 4% cement mixed through that to help it harden, which sets it pretty much like concrete. Once you've got that, you're then looking to lay some sort of paver over the top. When this stuff is set, there's no give to it. So unless you're absolutely dead accurate with how you lay this material and your falls are right and it's all just perfect, you're going to find it impossible to lay a paver. So you then put a thin screeding layer of this product, which is crusher dust, which is a fine metal dust which goes over the top of your compacted base. You use that as a levelling agent. You put it down around about 5 mil over the top of your compacted base, and that gives you about 5 mil. That'll give you a little bit of play, if you like, when you lay your pavers. So you can settle the pavers in, because the pavers won't all be the same, necessarily the same thickness. There's a bit of variation, so you've got a mil or two to play with when you lay the pavers. So if you're going to lay pavement, you have a compacted base, a little bit of crusher dust on top, a little bit of screeding base on top, then you lay your pavers on top of that. Again, the crusher dust can have cement in it, so it can be stabilised at about 2% with cement. That way, when you water it all in, once you finish the paver, the water goes through. That'll then help that thin layer set more like concrete and bind the pavers together. Around the edges of this paved area, you'll then collect water, because rain will fall on it and it'll move to the side. You might then need a drainage layer at the side of these areas, which is where the metal aggregates, the 10 or 20 mil blue metal, or the recycled versions of those come in. But they're not so much for a compactable base. In terms of paved areas, road base and crusher dust is what you're looking for. If you're looking for drainage, you then talk about the aggregates. So they're quite different things.